Hello my dear students, in this session we will learn about xt graph and vt graphs. The graphs which I am explaining today are connected to motion in a straight line chapter. In future in class 11 and class 12 we have to draw different graphs. We may have to draw variation of electric field with distance, we may have to draw variation of magnetic field with distance, or we may have to draw variation of electric current with time or electric voltage with time and so on. These are the very simple graphs. Okay. What is xt graph? Xt graph is nothing but we call it as position time graph. X stands for position of the particle, t stands for time. If we plot position along y axis and time along x axis of any particle, we call the corresponding graph as position time graph. Now, what we will do? We will draw a graph for a particle which is at rest. Say we will draw a xt graph for a particle which is at rest. Let me take one example. Say there is a person named Sunil. He is waiting for the bus. Now, say we have the clock here, t is equal to 0 second, he is standing there, he is waiting for the bus, he is not changing his position, t is equal to 0, he is standing there, t is equal to 1, t is equal to 2, see he is not changing his position, t is equal to 3, position is not changing, then we say that the object is at rest. So, how to draw a graph? Even though it is very simple, I will teach you how to draw it, because it will be useful for later graphs. Say this is t is equal to 0 seconds, t is equal to 1 second, t is equal to 2 seconds, t is equal to 3 seconds. Say position x is in meters. Okay. So, here say there is 1 meter, here there is 2 meter, here there is 3 meters. Say I will consider this as origin of x axis. Okay. So, this is x axis here. Sunil is standing at x equal to 1 meter. T is equal to 0 seconds, he is at x equal to 1 meter. At t is equal to 1 second also, he is at 1 meter only. At t is equal to 2 second also, he is at 1 meter only. At t is equal to 3 second also, he is at 1 second only. So, if I join all these points, I get a graph, I get a position time graph for an object or for a person who is at rest. Okay. So, this is a position time graph for an object which is at rest. See, position x is not changing, it is constant, x is not changing, or we can call it as position time graph for constant position or for an object which is at rest. Then now let me draw a position time graph for an object moving with uniform velocity or for an object moving with uniform speed. Uniform speed. How to draw? Say for example, we will consider the same person Sunil. At t is equal to 0 seconds, he is at x equal to 0. He is standing at the origin when t is equal to 0 seconds. Okay. When the time becomes 1 second, when t becomes 1 second, he will move to x equal to 1 meter. When the time becomes 2 seconds, he will move to x equal to 2 meters and so on. So, what is happening? When initially when the time was 0, he was at x equal to 0. In 1 second, he has travelled 1 meter. In the next second, he has travelled another 1 meter. So, what is happening? For every second, he is travelling a distance of 1 meter. So, we can call it as his velocity as 1 meter per 1 second. Okay. So, how to draw a position time graph? In the same way, I will consider position along y axis and time along x axis. I will denote this as 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. See, at t is equal to 0 second, Sunil is at x equal to 0. When t is equal to 1 second, position is 1 meter, this is the point. When t is equal to 2 seconds, position is 2 meters, this is the point. Now, if I join these points, I get a graph for an object moving with uniform speed. Now, here we have to learn some important point, that is, if I take slope of this graph, say we know this, we have studied in our class 10 that if there is y axis here and if there is x axis here and say there is a straight line, how to calculate slope? I can calculate slope like this. What is slope? Say this is y2, this is y1, this is x2 and this is x1. So, what is slope? Slope represented by m is equal to y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, or we can write it as y2 minus y1 as delta y by delta x. What is this? This is delta y and this distance is delta x. Now, here how do I calculate slope? I will consider I will calculate slope here. Now, here I am finding slope of position time graph. So, this will be x2, okay. This will be x1, this will be t2, this will be t1. So, what happens? Slope is equal to x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1, or I can write it as delta x by delta t. We know that delta x by delta t, so that is change in position means displacement by time. Displacement by time is velocity, average velocity, or slope. This slope can also be written as xf minus xi divided by tf minus ti. What is that? So, I will write here, instead of x2 minus x1 I can write like this. This is equal to final position minus initial position divided by final time minus initial time. This is change in position, this is total displacement divided by total time taken, which will give us average velocity. So, what we can remember is slope of xt graph gives velocity, slope of xt graph gives average velocity or simply velocity. Okay. And one more thing that you can observe is, say here this xt graph is making an angle theta with the time axis. If this angle is theta, this angle also would be equal to theta. And here if you observe, what is this? This is delta x, okay, x2 minus x1, and this is delta y. And if I define tan theta here, what happens? Tan theta is equal to, see this is a right angle triangle, correct? No, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. What is opposite side? Opposite side is delta x divided by adjacent side. Adjacent, so here this is not delta y, this is delta t, delta x divided by delta t. Again, what is delta x by delta t? Again, it is average velocity or velocity. So, what we have to observe is slope of xt graph, slope of position time graph represented by m, okay, represented by m, will give you average velocity, or it can also be calculated by calculating tan theta. Tan theta will give you velocity, or slope will give you velocity. Now, next what we will do? We will draw position time graph for positive acceleration. Now, we will see how to draw position time graph for an object moving with uniform acceleration or moving with positive acceleration. Position time graph for an object moving with positive acceleration. First of all, we need to know what is acceleration. Acceleration means there should be change in velocity. What is the definition of acceleration? Acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time, or I can write it as final velocity minus initial velocity divided by final time minus initial time. So, I will give one example. Say there is a car or there is a bus. When the time t is equal to 0 seconds, its speed was 0 kilometer per hour. The bus starts accelerating, speed of the bus goes on increasing, and after some time, say at t is equal to 10 seconds, the speed of the bus is say some 40 kilometer per hour. Now, what is acceleration of the bus? Final velocity minus initial velocity, what is that? 40 minus 0 divided by final time minus initial time, 10 minus 0. So, it is 40 by 10, or it is 4, or for simplicity what I will do? I will write here 0 meter per second and 40 meter per second. So, what happens? 40 divided by 10, I will get 4 meter per second square. So, what we have to observe here is we got a positive answer. So, what do you mean by positive acceleration? If the body is undergoing positive acceleration, means the body is increasing its velocity. Okay. So, here what is happening? Speed of the bus, velocity of the bus is increasing, then it is positive acceleration. If the speed of the bus is decreasing, then it is negative acceleration or retardation. Okay. When the bus is moving with 60 km per hour and the driver applies brake, so it is we call it as retardation of the bus, or he is applying brakes. Okay. Now, we have already studied that slope of xt graph will give you velocity. Positive acceleration means velocity should increase. If the velocity increases, then it is positive acceleration. We know that in xt graph, slope is velocity. So, what should happen is, in our xt graph, slope should increase. Okay. Previously, we have drawn one xt graph for uniform velocity, wherein that graph had a constant slope. That means, wherever you calculate the slope is constant. We know that slope for a straight line is constant. So, here what should happen? Slope should go on increasing, because when the slope increases, velocity also increases, because we know that xt graph, slope gives velocity. So, when the slope increases, it means velocity is increasing. When the velocity is increasing, it is positive acceleration. So, how can I draw a position time graph? Positive acceleration is like this: position in meters, time in seconds. So, here what is happening? If you calculate slope here, okay, here if you calculate slope, what is slope? Delta x by delta t, delta x by delta t. Here you observe delta t is bigger, delta x is smaller, slope is less than 1. Okay. And for the same time interval, if you calculate slope somewhere here, then what happens? Now, here this is delta x and this is delta t. Delta x is more, delta t is less. We haven't changed the time interval, but delta x is increasing, means slope is increasing. Slope is increasing means velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing means it is positive acceleration. So, this is the position time graph for an object moving with positive acceleration. Then writing position time graph for an object moving with negative acceleration is very simple. So, here what should happen? Slope should decrease. So, initially slope should be very high, then slowly as the time increases, slope should decrease. Slope is decreasing means velocity is decreasing. Velocity is decreasing means it is negative acceleration. So, this becomes the position time graph for an object moving with negative acceleration. Now, we will move on with the discussion. We will draw some important VT graphs. First, we will draw velocity time graph for an object moving with uniform velocity. What is velocity time graph? A graph in which if you plot velocity along y axis, velocity is taken in meter per second, and if you plot time along x axis, we call it as velocity time graph. Say one object is moving with a constant speed of 10 meter per second. Say I will denote this as 10 meter per second. Okay. Continuously it is moving with a constant speed, its speed is not changing. When t is equal to 0, its speed is 10 meter per second. When t is equal to 1, its speed is 10 meter per second. If when the time is 3 seconds also, its speed is 10 meter per second only. So, this is t is equal to 1 second, t is equal to 2 seconds, t is equal to 3 seconds. When t is equal to 0, velocity was 10. When t is equal to 1, then also velocity was 10 meter per second. When t is equal to 2 seconds, then also velocity is 10 meter per second. Here also velocity is 10 meter per second. So, this becomes velocity time graph for an object moving with uniform velocity, and this graph is parallel to time axis. This is a VT graph for an object moving with uniform velocity, uniform positive velocity, uniform positive velocity. If I have to draw velocity time graph for uniform negative velocity, if I have to draw VT graph for uniform negative velocity, then my graph should come in fourth quadrant. What does it mean? This VT graph, velocity along y axis, time along x axis, time is measured in seconds, velocity. So, the velocity of the particle is minus 10 meter per second, minus 10 meter per second. This will become the velocity time graph for an object moving with uniform negative velocity. Now, we will see how to draw VT graph for an object moving with uniform positive acceleration. So, what do we mean by uniform positive acceleration? If the velocity is increasing, then we know that it is positive acceleration. If the velocity is increasing at a constant rate, then we call it as uniform positive acceleration. We will see what it is. Say for example, when the time is 0, velocity of the object was 0 meter per second. When the time is 1 second, say the velocity is 1 meter per second. Okay. When the time becomes 2 seconds, the velocity is 2 meter per second. When the time is 3 seconds, the velocity is 3 meter per second. See, what we observe is, for every 1 second, velocity is increasing at the rate of 1 meter per second. So, if I join all these points, what do I get? I get a straight line making angle some theta with the time axis. So, this is a VT graph for an object moving with uniform positive acceleration. Now, here one more important point we need to learn, that is, if I take slope here, if I somehow calculate slope here, what does slope will give here? So, this is, what is this? Delta V, this is delta t, or I can call this as final velocity, I can call this as initial velocity, I can call this as final time, I can call this as initial time. So, what is slope here? Slope equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, or I can write here Vf minus Vi divided by Tf minus Ti. What is this? Change in velocity. Change in velocity divided by time taken. Change in velocity, delta V by delta T. We know that acceleration equal to rate of change of velocity. So, slope of VT graph will give you acceleration. Slope of VT graph will give you acceleration. Slope of xt graph will give you velocity. So, also if you calculate tan theta, see in this right angle triangle, okay. So, we know this is delta V and this is delta T. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side delta v divided by delta t. What is delta v by delta t? Once again it is acceleration. So, in VT graph tan theta is acceleration, also slope is acceleration. What is theta there? Theta is the angle made by velocity time graph or the curve with the time axis. Next, what we will do? We will draw VT graph for an object moving with uniform negative acceleration. How does it look like? Uniform negative acceleration. Uniform negative acceleration. Let me take the same example once again, so that it becomes easy for us to understand. Time is 0, 1 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Velocity is 1 meter per second, 2 meter per second, 3 meter per second. Say the object at t is equal to 0, initially the object was moving with 3 meter per second. After 1 second, it is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second. After another second, it is moving with a velocity of 1 meter per second. After one more second, its velocity has been reduced to 0. Say now this is the situation. Now, here if I calculate slope, what happens? What is the final time? Final time is 2 seconds. The velocity corresponding to final time becomes final velocity. Okay. So, this is final velocity. What is initial time here? This is initial time, Ti. Okay. The velocity corresponding to initial time will be initial velocity. So, what is slope here? Slope m is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by final time minus initial time. What is final velocity? That is 1. Initial velocity is 2 divided by final time is 2 seconds, initial time is 1 second, 2 minus 1. 1 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 1 will give me minus 1 meter per second square. So, what we got? Slope is negative. If we know that slope of VT graph gives acceleration. If the slope is positive, then it is positive acceleration. If the slope is negative, then it is negative acceleration.